still trying to figure out this whole tripod adapter thing. So I think I'm centered. So it's just really funny to me. I want to start today by thanking Austin Kilmore for really making my morning. He woke up, when I woke up this morning, he was wearing the shirt that he bought from #causeascene, and just gave some confirming words, or just to say, hey, I got your back. I'll help you. Let me know whatever you need help with. And that's what I love that. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But what I want to talk about today, because I'm so excited, is when people ask me all the time, what does a company that believes in inclusion and diversity look like? How do you know? How can you tell? And I'm just going to say this. MailChimp, well, there's several companies here in Atlanta that I know live or are running their companies in the embodiment of their core values. But this is specifically about MailChimp. Tomorrow, I will be going into MailChimp and speaking during lunch to a group that's called the Mothership. And I'm so excited about it because they asked me to come in and they want me to talk about mentoring. So for those who don't know, MailChimp was named the #1 company by Inc. magazine for 2017. And that means a lot to them. But what it means to me and what it should mean to you is that in having the best cultures, having the best organizations that are concerned about or have the best interests of all 4 stakeholders, which are people who work for us, people who partner for us, people who buy from us, and people who invest in us, at the forefront instead of just shareholder value. When you're the #1, you've been ranked #1 by Inc. magazine, and you still bring in someone to talk about mentoring because they have a mentoring program, and it's going to be me giving a presentation and then a sit down, really casual Q&A. That to me is a demonstration of that your core values are actually a part of your culture. It's not something that sits on the wall and people point to it when visitors come. It's not that. It's not the thing that you pull out when you find that you're in a crisis management situation and you don't know how to react. No. Core values are what drives the decisions. And I know several people who work for MailChimp here in Atlanta, and they all are varied. There's a spectrum of people. They're people of color, they're women, they're I was about to say transgender, but I don't know any transgender people that I'm not saying that they're not there, but I didn't want to misspeak. I know plenty of people who are in the LGBTQ community who work there, and every experience I've had with them is that this is just a great company to work for. And so I am honored to go to that. They have asked me to come and speak for them. And yes, they're paying. That's another thing. It's about putting your resources where your mouth is. So I just wanted to spend this morning to start this week by saying, if you want to know what a company looks like who has inclusion baked into its DNA, and that's what I'm talking about. It's not an afterthought. It is how the decisions are made through their core values. MailChimp is a great example from what I've seen and for what people have talked to me about. Now, again, I don't have any personal leadership contacts or whatever, but this right here is an example of what that means. And I'm highlighting it even without all this, without knowing the leadership personally and all that, because I see so many other companies getting it wrong. So even so many other companies, I would not step foot in and I don't know their leadership, but just because of how their employees talk about them, how they're viewed in the media, how they're viewed by all stakeholders, I wouldn't go anywhere near them without some substantial resources to help me figure out what the problems are. So I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm excited about this presentation. and I'm really excited to talk about mentoring, and the topic is going to be mentoring for inclusion. And so I'm really excited about that. So have a wonderful day, and I'm going to work on my presentation for tomorrow. Bye-bye.